First, I'll start with Dr. Suman. Hi, how are you? Please introduce yourself, Suman. I know about you. Please.
Good evening, sir. I am Dr. Suman Sahoo. Actually, I had joined RRM Euro classes back in February 2020, Chennai session, sir. So at that time, I had joined just for 2 months as a non-academic SR in urology in AIIMS Bhubaneswar. So I was 2 months. I had 2 months experience in urology at the time. Actually, my plan was ki before going to give exam for MCH urology, I should have at least some experience in my institute. So that was the purpose for me joining, because I knew that will really help.
Please give a brief intro of where Suman is from, where he did your UG, PG, etc. Let us all know about the other personal aspects also. Just a bit of it.
So I passed MBBS from my state college, VSS Burla, in 2016. And I passed MS surgery from again my state, that is SCB Cuttack.
Yeah, you are a gold medal, it seems, right?
Yes, I had received gold medal in surgery, and then it's almost 1 year now as a non-academic SR in urology. So I will be joining the same institute as an MCH resident in AIIMS Bhubaneswar.
That will be an added pleasure, added gem to the crown, actually. So back to the place where you originally belong. Great.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. And how did you start your, just for the benefit of others, and there are also many juniors who is into this class, who has just finished the exams, so they'll be little disoriented how to start about preparation on urology. You can just tell your travel, how do you decided upon urology, and how was the entire preparation and journey through it, just in a crisp manner, Suman. And how as a team of RRM and doctors we help you out. Of course, you can also touch on to it.
It's actually urology, everyone knows, is a very demanding branch. Everyone wants urology because we have everything here, like endourology, lab, and robotic, everything is there. So everyone wants urology. So the competitive is very highly competitive. It's very tough to get into it. So starting from second year itself, second year MS, I wanted to be a urologist only. So everyone in my batchmate also, they knew that I will definitely be joining as a urologist. So that plan, I had that plan in my mind. So I started reading just because at that time my mentors, my seniors had told that you just read the bold lines and the key points in Campbell and you will get through it. So I was having that thing in my mind, and I was started preparing in my last year of MS along with Bailey. So, but in my first attempt, it was not so good. I didn't achieve much. So then luckily that time, after just before final exams, my final exams were on, I think July 2020. And in February, Rajamendra sir started classes, that RRM classes, that he will be conducting urology and also subspecialty classes. So I thought, let's give a try, because anyways I will be giving exams and the general part will be very much helpful for me. So Rajamendra sir will take general part, so you will take urology part. So it will be very good. I will just go and join. But I had learned the lesson that if I don't prepare and go, I won't understand anything. So I and my two friends, we decided that before going to sir's classes, we'll read entire Campbell, we'll read entire Bailey, and then we'll go, and it will be a revision class for us, not a new class like sir will be teaching and nothing will enter our head. It will be of no benefit.
Yeah, I understand. I remember you were way ahead of the rest of the people in the floor, and you made my days really tough, man. So, have any new points to add up on, because you are already on the top of your form by that time.
So
you have to sit on the other side of the class to understand how difficult it is. Okay. Nice.
So with that aim, I attended the classes, and I am really thankful to Venkatesh that the class was very, very good. But it was like a revision class for me. Because you touched all the points which is necessary. I was reading, but I didn't know what is important. I was just reading Campbell. But when after joining the classes, I knew, okay, these points are important. These points may come in the exam. This point I have to touch. So it was very, very good. And yeah, Rajamandran sir took care of the general surgery part. So that helped me a lot in my exams. And I owe to Rajamandran sir also that I got that gold medal in MS surgery, because he made surgery very, very easy. And so what I would suggest, you should plan very much ahead what you want to become. It's not like I will think that trend is gone now. We have to plan very, very early that what we want to become. So by second year MS itself, we should be very, very clear, so that we can be ahead and we can think before you. That is point number one. And the problem is now, I don't every 2 years, 3 years, the patterns are changing. It happened with us also. Just before exams, the pattern changed. Both in NEET, it changed once, and again it changed once more. And before INI said, they told they will add surgery. Almost 50% questions were from surgery, sir. So it was tough, but so now the pattern is, the NEET will be having only surgery. So there is no point of specialty there. But INI CETs will having 50% surgery and 50% specialty. So what I am suggesting is, we should be very, very thorough with our books. It's not like that we will just have a look and it will happen. No, the questions are very, very in depth, and it is all clinical based in INI CET. It is completely practical based. So either you have to join in an institute and work there for 5 months, 6 months, to know how the clinical part works, or we have to read Campbell very thoroughly. And coming to surgery, sir, I think Bailey is more than enough. I know many will not agree that no, we have to read Subiston, we have to read Swartz. But if we go and if we analyze the question paper, which we will do, sir, now, that previous year question, I'll ask all the participants to just have a look. You will find each and every question answer will be in Bailey. It might be a small area, but it will be there.
I'll just add a point. What I find is, people find that Bailey is a very simple book, but it's not like that. In every point worth of it, every line from Bailey is worth a question, and many times you see the questions are direct pickup from Bailey. So retrospective, not saying that you should not read Sabiston. Of course, Sabiston has to be done, but you should never miss out anything from Bailey. That is very, very important.
However, actually, the way we were reading Bailey in final year MBBS, it is not like that. Means for this exam, each and every word of Bailey is very important. So we have to be through and through Bailey. Then we can obviously add Subiston and Swartz to our knowledge. That is nothing wrong. But without reading Bailey and going, not useful. Even last year, even some few pictures were direct picks from Bailey, sir. So
early preparation and sustained preparation, right? And I think joining as an SR, you would have found little difficult or hectic to prepare, especially amid the COVID waves 1 and 2. It should have been really tough for you, right? Hectic COVID duties, sometime on FB, sometime back.
Yes, sir. Sir, I will not say I was not frustrated. I was very upset. I used to be very upset at time. But what I feel now is, it's a marathon, sir. It's not a sprint. We have to read every day, no matter what. We have to read every day, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, whatever get a time. I used to attend OPDs. I used to do my general duties also in my institute, because in AIIMS and they will not give so much relaxation. So we have to do our duties. And I used to come back. I used to take rest for half an hour, 1 hour, and have my coffee, and I used to start. What helped me is, sir, I will advise this also to the participants. Please have 1 or 2 very, very good friends with whom you can discuss.
Very good. Yeah.
That will help you a lot, because I know, because if I am coming from OPD from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and if no one is there with me study, I will sleep. Okay, I will not study today. I am very tired. But once you have I had 2 friends with whom I was discussing. So they will call me. No, we have to study. So that gave me a boost, and I used to study 6 hours, 7 hours straight. So that is also encouraging also.
Having a like-minded, small, closed group is very, very important. I think individual practice, individual reading, of course, that's the help, but you should help others. Only by teaching or rereading things, we will learn and retain things.
Yes, sir. And what happens usually if we
Point,
read,
when I prepare for classes, I have read Campbell several times, but every time I prepare for classes, I get to take up one or two new points from the same pages which I already read multiple times. That's the point. So you keep doing and rereading things again, you will definitely learn things.
Exactly, sir. If we read ourselves, we might not remember much. But if I am explaining someone to my friend, ki, Acha, this is this and thing, that will be imprinted in my mind that ki, Acha, I had explained this thing. This point is there. This point is important. And he will also give some input, which I might have missed in my reading. So and second thing, sir, reading every day and reading the same thing is very important. No point in reading new things every day. Few difficult questions will come that will be difficult for everybody. Like in AIIMS also, one question had come: who is the surgeon who had got Nobel Prize? I don't think anyone will be knowing. Very few might be knowing, but most of them will not be knowing.
Get carried away with those difficult questions which constitute very small percentage. That is the mistake. Some of these students get frustrated because that difficult question is going to be difficult for anybody for that matter. Exactly. What really that average or above average questions where you should not make any mistakes, and a little bit of concentration will help you boost in ranks. That's it. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So that question hardly would have made any difference in any of our ranks. So even if we miss it, and we should miss it, we should not attempt it because most likely it will wrong. It will be wrong. If we are not sure 100%, that question will be wrong. So it will just bring us negative marks. But
how many questions do you, Suman? How many questions did you attend?
Sir, I had attended around 74 questions.
74.
So, because those 6 questions, I had no idea about it. Nothing. I knew nothing about it. So I knew that it will just bring my marks down. And in AIIMS, the seats are so less that 0.33 and 0.66 marks make a difference. So it's not like the margin is very huge. It's such a small margin. So we have to take a calculated risk. Suppose if I am able to think that it is between 2 options, then we should attempt, definitely. But if you know nothing about the question, there is futile to attempt that question, sir. And usually the easy and just as you told, sir, above average question, they will make a difference in your ranks. That question we should know. And if we analyze properly, the questions are not that difficult. If we read it properly, and the pattern is such that earlier it was just uro-oncology, but last 2 years, the questions are coming from page by page. Means every chapter they will ask 1-2 questions in names. It's not like earlier that uro-oncology used to have so much of.
Recall, I can anticipate the question. So the next question will be from the subsequent chapter, it seems. I think that's prepared.
And sir, 1-2 questions definitely will come from statistics that I think people, students don't take heed upon. But 2-3 questions every time it will come, like sensitivity, formula, specificity, probability. 2-3 questions will come from that statistic, definitely. So there is, we should have
statistics. It is actually very basic things they're repeatedly asking, either the by to table or some basic concept on studies. The thing is, you have to spend some time to prepare for it. It should not take more than 2 hours to prepare the entire biostatistics.
Yes, sir. At the end of the when exam will be just 1 week ahead, we'll just have 2-3 hours. We'll go and that will add up. 1-2 questions it will add up. That will help.
Biostatistics as well. And Suman, and I have got two questions for you. One, with so much of advent of this online platforms and apps, you attended our classes because you have spent a lot, traveled a lot. I think you traveled around 1,500 kilometers from, and you come. Do you find any difference attending the classes in person? Of course, online is the future way to go. But do you find that these classes do really make any difference? And what are the points which, because some students sometimes when we are posting some classes, students tend to ask, sir, better to have it as an online class rather than an offline class. So do you think that direct attending a face-to-face class has a direct impact or any impact in preparation or for that matter?
Sir, during our time itself, that online classes boom came. Everyone was going for online classes. But what I feel, it's my personal opinion. Others may disagree also. See,
of course, I think online classes. That is for sure.
The thing, sir, that I feel is to crack any exam, sir, we have to get out of our comfort zone, sir. comfort zone is hazardous to for exams, sir. So what happens actually in online classes, we know we have time. I will take that same 2 hour class and I will complete it in 6 hours. I will take a break. I will have a tea. I will talk with my friends, and I know that I can miss it. It will not be a problem. So that time increases. Now, it is not a 24-hour session. It's not a 40. It becomes 7 days, 10 days, sir. So a lot of time is wasted, sir. First, and second thing, sir, we can't ask so much of doubts. We can't interact in person. That travel part is, sir, hardly it matters. It just 1 day or two extra. But going and sitting in a class, sitting continuously for 12 hours, 14 hours for 7 days, that will rip off your mind, and it will just stress your brain out. That okay, that will prepare you for studying, to able to sit and study for 12 hours. Otherwise, you will not have the habit of studying 12 hours, sir. So what happened in NEET PG, sir? At that time, you were young. We were able to sit 8 hours, 10 hours non-stop. But after doing PG, hardly we study for 12 hours straight. That habit is gone, sir. So to bring that habit back, we have to attend offline classes. We have to sit there. We have to continuously be focused and listen to what my teacher is saying. Because we know if we don't pay attention, that point may be missed. And we take our own notes.
It's like forcing you into a confined place and forcing you to listen.
Yes,
See,
sir.
remember, the pressure is not just with you, the pressure is also with us. So
Yes.
I take renal tumors for 4 hours when I plan for a video lecture. But in a class, the time is only stipulated time. I have to finish up everything in 2 hours of time.
Yes,
the
sir.
whole section. It is like it is a very much pressure on my part also, because I have to answer this.
Yes, sir. And sir, I remember after each of your classes, suppose class one, day one session, we used to come back. We knew we were retired. We three of us, we have done everything together, attending classes and attending discussion. My two friends of mine, we used to come back. We used to have our food, and again we used to sit. See what Venkatesh sir has taught. We will just have a look, and we used to ask questions. Okay, how much you remember? If you do, you remember this question? Do you remember this point? So that used to be our again revision classes. Again, we have to go. We were going for day two. It was a trip for us, that we are going for a study trip or study tour. We should enjoy, sir. Our preparation should not be a punishment for us. Okay, I have to study 12 hours. No, it should be like, okay, I am very much interested in urology. I have to get urology. So for that, I will be working very hard. Let's rest. Everything is what God gives. That is His wish. So
Yeah.
that's all,
Right,
sir.
right. Anyways, you have to learn. It is like you already read Campbell and you're just getting an appropriate degree at the time. Probably it's little delayed, I feel like.
Yes, that's usually now I understood what's the right time is the right time, sir. Maybe this was the right time, because
It falls in the right time, right place.
I am very fortunate that I got urology in this session, because this type of preparation was very good, sir. This pattern of exam was good, because now I have read entire Campbell. I don't have to read much. I will just go and I will just learn the skills. But
Remember, you won't find time in your residency for that matter. It will be a long gone time when you keep on touching Campbell often. Once you join your
yes, sir. Actually, because it's I the same institute, sir. I'm already doing duties like ACAD SR, though I have not joined. I go every day at 7 a.m. I return by 11 p.m., sir. So I know how it is going to be for my first year.
Dr. Prashant sir, and I pray you reach greater heights than all of us. Congrats, Suman, and welcome to Urology. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
And
Thank you, sir.
one last point before finishing up, for the benefit of students who have been listening. Now, with so much of this pattern has been changed, now so much of focus is on general surgery. Do you feel is it worthwhile to prepare for INISS? Because the urology seats are nearest 35. Do you personally feel is it really worthwhile for students to give a shot at INISS? I know it's a point blank. Just tell what are the benefits, or how do you feel like that's what? Because many a times this question will be there among the students, right? Do you have to go back and read Campbell for a very limited number of seats? Is it really worthwhile? Or instead, let me focus on NEET SS alone. What's your take on it?
First thing is, first of all, we have to believe that we can get into INIS itself, first of all. Because
Excellent.
if that's not there, then we will not work that hard.
Yeah.
And it is much more easier, sir. Difference is much more less, because anyways 50% question will be from surgery. So that we are anyway reading for NEET. So now coming next 50%. How I feel the students should perceive that after getting urology, definitely have to read Campbell. So why not before and get into INI? And bet is not that bad, sir. The numbers are increasing every year. New and new AIIMS are adding their MCH urology courses, and we know the beauty of Central Institutes. We know the work culture there, and we know what our career may shoot up after joining there, sir. After coming out from INI, it will be huge, sir. So
Very
we
impressed upon. Finishing an urology resident from some INI institutes is definitely will keep you place you at least a year or two ahead of rest of your compatriots. I don't know the reason. I don't know why this disparity, which I really don't wanted to have, but that's the ground reality.
the reality,
So
sir.
you have multiple options, you have multiple exposure to all the subspecialties in urology. So I personally believe people are who are really interested in urology should definitely give a go at INISS. And with this pattern of change of pattern, I feel the percentage of students who attend for this INISS is going to be very minuscule compared to the previous years where you had given, because everybody has used to read. So this time, those who had with putting their heart and soul into the preparation will definitely crack much easier than how you were toiling around. That's what I personally feel. I don't know how things will turn around, but this is
And
what
it's
I.
not only about the skill set and the approach to publication, the approach to international conferences, everything matters, sir. Huge difference of though it's unfortunate, but it's a reality in India, sir. So we should, and it's not that difficult nowadays because
The point to be.
yeah, more and more AIIMS and more institutes are adding urology seats. So it will not be that difficult as it used to be when it was just one AIIMS Delhi.
Thank you, Suman. Wish you all the best. And with this note, I'm really a proud teacher of, though my role is very minuscule in it, but I feel very proud the moment you called me and informed the results. So that really made my day the day, right?
No,
Thank you.
it was it was a huge role, sir. And why I'm saying it's not like for the sake of saying. I really believe when I had completed and I read Campbell and went to your classes and I used to understand things. I could answer the questions. At that time, I knew that okay, now I have understood at least something of urology. Now I'm confident. That confidence was only when I went there. I could be able to understand what you are teaching, sir, what you are explaining. It was not nothing new to me. That was huge, sir, and it gave me a boost. Okay, now I'm in the game and I have to run for a while before I finish the game, sir.
Sure. This race never ends, and we'll all be running together. Sure. Thank you so much.